Let me ask you something weird. Would Socrates swipe right on an AI-generated soulmate? Would he trust a robot lawyer? Would he let ChatGPT teach his philosophy class? If you're laughing, you shouldn't be, because these things are already happening. And the scariest part? No one is really questioning it. Except maybe Socrates. You see, Socrates didn't hate technology, but he despised the illusion of wisdom. And that's exactly what AI is becoming, a machine that sounds smart, but understands nothing. Today, AI gives life advice, therapy, diagnoses, investment strategies. It tells us who to hire, who to fire, who gets parole, and we're fine with that, as long as it looks confident and doesn't glitch. But Socrates would have called it what it is, a dangerous impersonator of wisdom. Because AI doesn't care about truth. It doesn't feel guilt. It doesn't doubt itself. And that last part? That's the problem. Socrates believed that wisdom begins with doubt, that the smartest person in the room is the one who says, "I don't know." But AI is trained to do the opposite. Always answer. Always sound right. Never hesitate. And that's the trap. Because when we stop questioning the machine starts defining what questions are worth asking. Now think about this. You're in a courtroom. Your freedom depends on what an AI model decides about your behavior, your past, and your potential for change. But that model, it was trained on data from a world filled with bias, fear, and inequality. Would Socrates accept that judgment? Or imagine this. You ask AI how to find purpose. It gives you a 3-step guide. Step 1, buy a product. Step 2, build your brand. Step 3, post it online. Is that wisdom? Or is it algorithmic self-help dressed as truth? The more we rely on machines to tell us who we are, the more we lose the one thing Socrates fought for: self-examination. And here's the twist. We're not just trusting AI. We're building AI to reflect us, which means the flaws we refuse to confront, our arrogance, our shortcuts, our biases, are getting encoded into the tools we call objective. So let's be honest. Would Socrates trust AI? Not a chance. Not because it's evil, but because we've given it the one thing it doesn't deserve: authority without accountability. We've made AI a modern oracle. But unlike the Oracle of Delphi, this one doesn't give cryptic wisdom. It gives answers, fast, clean, unquestioned. Socrates would have flipped the table. He would have asked, "Who is your God now? The one in the sky or the one in your pocket?" And the scariest part? If you say, "The one in my pocket," you're not alone. We ask AI to write our essays, to finish our thoughts, to be our therapist, our friend, our priest. We want convenience, not contemplation. But Socrates taught that an unexamined life is not worth living. So what happens when we no longer examine because the machine already answered? What happens when being too human becomes a liability? When empathy slows us down? When hesitation is seen as weakness? When reflection makes you obsolete? So here's the real question. What kind of humans do we become when we stop doing the hard thinking for ourselves? Will future generations inherit wisdom or just convenience? Will they learn to sit with doubt like Socrates did? Or will they just scroll until an algorithm tells them how to feel? Because the danger isn't that AI will take over. The danger is that we'll stop being the kind of people worth saving from ourselves. Philosophy has always been inconvenient. It slows you down. It demands discomfort. It asks you to look inward, where the real answers live. And that's exactly what makes it powerful. So next time you ask AI a question, ask yourself one too. Why am I so quick to trust a machine that never once asked me who I want to be? Because if we're not careful, the smartest thing in the room won't be wise. It'll just be the one that never stopped talking. And Socrates? He didn't just talk. He listened. He doubted. He thought harder. Maybe it's time we do the same.